Hey guys, Jeremy, Tall Trainer here, and hopefully you've already done a warm-up because we're going to jump right into this. This is a great high intensity yet slightly a recovery workout. All right, so what we've got is we call it super cardio, super stretch. So you got 1 minute, you're going to blast off with a cardio exercise as hard as you can. I mean, expend as much energy as possible. You're going to do the first 20 seconds as if there's only 20 seconds, and you're going to like just drag yourself through the rest of it. Like really, really get after it. All right, but then we've got a stretch that we're going to do on one side, and then a stretch we're going to do on the other side. So we got a minute on one side, minute on the other side before we hit that a second time. All right, so we're going to do 2 times of each exercise, and 2 times of the stretches, and then we'll move on. All right, so that means you have, for every time you do that high intensity cardio, you've got 2 minutes of recovery. So that's why it's got to be good, strong intensity there. All right, so we're going to start off with burpees and a lunge stretch. And so when the burpees, as you're doing them, you can do them off like off a table, the couch or something like that. Sometimes I flip up a cushion, use that rail on the front of the couch there, to put my hands on, or go right to the floor. All right, make sure you got good flexibility if you're going to go to the floor. I'm going to try to demonstrate this at a good intensity, so I'm demonstrating, the effort level. All right, so make sure the back stays straight as we're doing this. All right, ready, set, and go. 1 minute of burpees. All right. So you don't have to jump as you do this, and you can step back. You can step back, step in, and stand up. All right, so it doesn't have to be quite as explosive, but I'm going to try to show you at a hard level for me. Oh, it's burning me out. Couple more seconds. All right, lunge stretch. 1 foot forward, 1 foot back. Leaning into this. All right. All right, hands in tight a little bit. Sinking in there. Now you could do hands up on something higher than this if you don't have as much flexibility. So use the coffee table or something like that. Have your instep of the foot right by the coffee table. The coffee table will be like right here, and you could be up higher, for that. But I'm gonna try to drop in, get a big stretch. So a minute on one side there. Now the idea is I should recover a bit while doing this. All right. And that'll give me another chance to hit it at the high intensity again. 10 seconds. Drop my knee sometimes. You could drop your knee on the ground. More stretches, keep the back knee off the ground. All right, other side. On that stretch, I'll show you a profile for that stretch on the side here. All right, so if I want that full stretch, I'm gonna try to straighten out this back leg, drop in here, keep my back fairly straight, and stretch real good. Alright, so sinking in there. Now as you go through the workout, you'll need more and more rest, but you won't get more and more rest, it'll be the same rest. So right now I am getting fairly recovered. Alright, so my breathing's coming back down, my heart rate's coming back down, but I only got 20 seconds and I'm going to be taking it way up again. All right. So when you're doing interval training, it is good to do some intervals at this very big intensity because it causes a bit more change to our body. It's way outside of comfortable. All right, here we go. Minute. Burpees. So I'm getting after it in these first few seconds. I'm gonna try to keep going. Rigor mortis to the legs is setting in. 5 seconds. All right. Find the stretch. Find the stretch there. All right. Oh. Now, sometimes my heart rate on my little belt here that I'm wearing sometimes doesn't register right away. It can be discouraging, but I know I did it. Oh. Coming down. Try to sink in there a bit. Weight on the heel of this front leg. The knee's not going forward a whole lot. All right. It's fairly vertical. Back leg is fairly straight. Dropping those hips in. Some stretch in the hip flexor here. Some on the hamstring groin area. Maybe even the glute while you're doing this. Ooh. All right. Other side. Whew. All right, so next up is going to be mountain climbers. All right, I'm going to do mountain climbers in the calf stretch. We're going to hold the calf stretch if we can. If we've got a step nearby, we're going to try double calf stretch, 2 minutes each time. All right, so these are long hold stretches. We're trying to see if we can gain some flexibility in this workout too. All right, so if we got a good warm up and then we do some big hard work, we can capitalize on some cardio benefit, calorie burn, and some big flexibility. All right, so you need to do some extra stretching, and sometimes it's easier for me to do it if I break it up with some big cardio. All right. When you're doing the mountain climbers, you can do those with the hands up on something elevated. I'm not gonna be able to talk in a second, so I better do my talking now. All right, so come down here, and we're switching feet. All right, so you can do a tapping version, or you can do a cranking version. All right, hips low. High intensity. My abs get it on this one too. Abs and arms. Oh, yeah. Try to keep those hips low. Knees driving. The farther you bring the knee towards the hands, the harder it is. Oh, all right. So I'm gonna bring my step over here. All right, right here. So if you have a stair or something like that, step on the stair there. Drop your heels down. If you don't have one, well, you'll do one calf back in here, or in that push-up style. I would say maybe avoid the push-up style because that'll be hard with mountain climbers there. So I'm dropping in, spending 2 minutes on this. So plantar fasciitis, knee problems, and anywhere up the chain actually. Bottom of the foot pain, ankle issues, calves being tight, is a big factor in there. So we're trying to drop those heels. Try to pull your toes back towards you a little bit while you do it here, okay? Now, sometimes while you're doing a calf stretch, your toes will try to turn out. Try to keep them straight ahead. So not out, straight ahead as you're doing this, all right? And don't go too wide with the feet. Basically, feet underneath hips is a good place to be there. Dropping those heels. If you need more stretch, you could try leaning forward, but keep it dropping in there. And so again, the long hold is part of this. Try to straighten your knees pretty good. Keep the hips pushed forward a little bit. So you don't want to be bent here because you're not going to get as much calf stretch. Push the hips forward a little bit. Lean forward into that. That long hold is good. They talk about plastic versus elastic changes. We want a plastic change where it actually stays stretched out. Whereas sometimes, you do a quick stretch, it just tightens right back up again. All right, so long hold stretches can give us a little bit more of that longer benefit there. All right, I'm gonna cut out with about 5 seconds to go and move my step out of the way. And get ready for mountain climbing. Here we go, mountain climbing. 1 minute, 1 minute, we can do a minute. You can do a minute anything. Pumping those legs. You got some sliders, you can do slider mountain climbers on this. 30 seconds. Halfway, come on. It's burning. It's hard, but it's good. It's good. We're big work, big stretch. Super cardio, super stretch. 10 seconds. 3, 1. Oh. All right, get my step back. All right, and the calf stretch. Oh, dropping in there. Oh, that's hard. That's good though. All right, so we got a 2-minute stretch hold right here. All right, so unless you're doing one side and the other side, right? Then you're gonna switch at that halfway point. Dropping those heels in. Think about pulling those toes back. Like actively think about flexing those toes back a little bit. You'll get a little bit more tension and stretch on the bottom of the feet there. And I usually hold on to something while I do it. You don't have to expect yourself to be able to balance there without holding on. So there's a minute. If you need to switch sides, go ahead and switch it. Otherwise, stay here. Keep having fun. Dropping those heels, pull those toes back, straighten those knees. So the thighs are flexing a little bit there. Now, hopefully what you notice is the longer you're holding, you're starting to slip into different levels of stretch. All right, so it's going a little bit farther. It's relaxing into it a little bit more. You're able to get a little bit of extra out of it. All right. Oh yeah. One more chance. All right, so we got square shuffle next. All right, so this is kind of a little box move. We're gonna be shuffling around. This one may be tougher to get that heart rate up a little bit, but we'll give it a shot. All right, so let me move my step out of the way so I got room for this. All right, so you're going forward, shuffle side, shuffle back. All right, now I do best when I imagine like I'm playing some kind of sport. Playing defense. Shuffle side, shuffle across the front, back pedal. All right, now I've gone one way a few times now, so we're gonna change direction. Playing defense. Keep the mind in it. And if the mind goes in the imagination, you'll get a little more out of your body. High intensity, big stretch. High intensity, big stretch. All right, quad stretch. Grab and hold the ankle, point that knee down. You can do this laying down also. Hands in tight. Point that knee down, push hips forward. 1 minute on one leg. All right, now, about 30 seconds here. You're gonna try to bring that stretch in a little bit more. Point that knee down more, push the hips forward more. Oh boy. that's nice. That's a nice one. 7 seconds left. Big stretch. The biggest stretch right here. The end of the minute. All right. Switch legs. Switch legs here. Grab a hold. Point that knee down. Ooh. Knee points down, abs in tight, push hips forward. Make sure the back's not arching too much while you're doing this. All right, so recovery's happening a bit. That's good, to be expected. All right, we're gonna recover enough so we have some energy to go hard again, because we're gonna try to hit a higher level of intensity than we can do consistently. If we went straight for 3 minutes on cardio, we wouldn't be able to go quite as hard. And that's one of the benefits that we're getting out of this. So it's okay that our heart rate drops. Our breathing gets a little normalized during this stretch time. All right. I got 5 seconds till. Get my shuffle on, get my shuffle on. Here we go. Square shuffle. Defense, defense. It does help, it does help. I get my imagination going a little bit. Pretend there's a ball right there. Gotta get it. All right, I'm gonna change direction. I'll play a game harder than exercise sometimes, so gotta pretend. Gonna play it. 14 seconds. All right, cross stretch. If you're out of breath, maybe the next one will get you. Oh boy. Point that knee down. Abs in tight, push hips forward. Yeah, getting deep in those lungs. Oh. All right. So stretch is not necessarily a rest break completely. It's hard for a different reason. All right, not cardiovascularly hard, but it's flexibility hard. You're still flexing, stretching, pushing on things a little bit. It takes some effort to hit the stretch. Long hold stretch. I mean, at the end of this, we're gonna have a decent number of minutes on each stretch. That's awesome. Super awesome. All right, other side. Now, in fact, at the end of this workout, you may not have to stretch at the end here. If you really want to nail it, you will do another stretch at the end. But if you just have time to get cranking, this could be one that maybe you don't stretch at the end because you're getting quite a bit of stretch right now. Point that knee down, push hips forward. Alright, next one, the cardio is going to be a punch the air. Alright, got a little bit bigger stretch. Last 10 seconds here on the quad. Point that knee down, push hips forward. A little more. Alright, punch the air here, alright? Here we go. So, you can try to go fast, but I think strong punches are big too. So, a little pivot, maybe it's a little bit slower. But you can get some pretty good work going in there. Yeah. Pivoting the field a bit. almost there. I can't tell. All right, good. Whew, tricep stretch. Tricep stretch here, all right? So we take the arm up overhead, get the hand on there, point the elbow up in the air. Now sometimes I'll find a wall, all right? Well, just pretend there's a wall back here. And I'll put my hand up on there just so I can rest my other arm, all right? And I'll lean into it and I'll stretch that way, all right? That way at least one arm gets to rest for a little bit there. Abs are pulled in, reaching and stretching in there. Sometimes it allows me to get a better stretch that way too. I can lean my body weight into that a bit. Try to keep your hand back on its own shoulder blade there. That'll get the maximum in that tricep. So you get tricep and the lat down in the armpit a little bit. All right, so big cardio work, big stretch, all right? It's a combination deal. All right, so I'm gonna lean into it. I'm gonna do the wall thing again on this side. If you don't have a wall handy, you can just do the hold, all right? But it does get a little tiring. Holding both arms up overhead for 2 minutes. This is where you find out if your shirt's long enough. And mine doesn't quite cut the mustard there. Looks like it might be a touch short. Open that chest up. Kind of push the chest out a little bit. Push the elbow back. Try to push the armpit forward if you can. The chest and armpit goes forward, but the arm you try to go back. Shake it out for a second. 5 seconds still. All right, let's see if we can hit that big work again, all right? Good strong punches, keep those shoulders down. Make sure you're not getting all bunched up in the neck. Ah! 15 seconds. Keep bringing it. Super cardio, come on. Oh man, nice. All right, tricep stretch again here. I'm gonna go right to the wall. Oh, that's nice. All right. Lean into it. Get some work in there. Don't just do it a rest break. Get the stretch too. All right. Sometimes I got my elbow right up in here now. I'm almost pulling down a little bit. Almost like squatting, leaning down, letting that shoulder stretch a little bit more. Don't kill it, but see if you can get some nice stretch in there. All right. Whole minute. Oh, that's lovely. Wow, I feel so loose right now. All right, I'm back here, leaning into it. Elbows going up, body's leaning into it. Oh yeah. All right, so when we finish the stretch, our next activity is the fast feet shuffle. That's where you go wide, narrow with the feet. All right, so we're gonna try to hit that pretty good. Can't see my timer very well. We're about 20 seconds now. Leaning into it. Big stretch. You might be hitting places on the stretch that you don't normally hit because you're holding it for so long. All right, let's give us a couple seconds to sort ourselves out. Fast feet In, out, out. All right, here we go. Narrow and wide, narrow, wide, wide. If you can try to pump the arms too. I like doing that to get my heart rate a little more. If Sarah was here, her legs would be so blurry you couldn't see them. 30 seconds. Oh yeah. 'Super cardio, come on. Remember, super cardio. 10 seconds. Dig into it. Okay. Hamstring stretch or split stretch. So hamstring right in here. If you can, it'd be sweet to get that split stretch going. All right. You get a little extra benefit on that one. All right. Now, this is, you may not be able to get this far, but you might be able to stay up here and hold on to a table or something like that for balance. Oh, it's a little tight right now. Yeah. Oh boy. Whole minute. So we're getting big. Stretching the back of the leg here. Some stretch on the hip flexor there. So the a little bit of stretch in the front leg, a little bit of stretch in the back leg. All right. Back of the front leg, front of the back leg. Switch sides. Reaching out there. Alright. Get that leg fairly straight. Alright, sinking back in here. I definitely want to get the hamstring part of that. So if you're doing the standing hamstring, make sure the back is straight. So chest is out, butt is out, and you're tipping to get this hamstring stretch. See, if you do it right, maybe you look forward to the cardio. Oh, don't make it too comfortable. Oh, sweat's getting in my eyeball. Oh boy, that's a good sign. All right, 5 seconds. We're trying to get out. Ooh. Now, I like to try to switch up which foot leads the way. So you'll notice it's tougher. All right. Here we go. Super cardio. 20 seconds. Ten seconds. Come on. Super cardio. Super cardio, Jeremy. Come on. Oh, that was super cardio. Super stretch time. I think I saw a flash of red zone on my heart right there. All right, sinking in. Straighten that leg. Breathing hard, but I'm trying to stretch hard too. All right, don't lose out on the stretch just because you're breathing hard. Oh yeah, long hold stretch. Oh, where have you been my whole life? Oh, this is good stuff. Whew. Whew. gonna get my leg back. Switch sides. Remember, you don't have to be doing the split. You can be doing the standing hamstring, all right? So if you're having trouble finding that one, right in here, tipping in, you can still get that hamstring part. If you can get the both, it is a nice bonus, all right? Oh. Long time in the stretch. Long time in the stretch. Big benefits, all right? So we only have a couple more exercises to go and a couple more stretches, all right? So we're getting there, we're getting there. Oof. That means we only have like 4 high intensity cardio intervals left. We could do that. All right, let's get our leg back. Wood chops is next. Clasp the hands together, chopping down, all right? Here we go. Try to keep the back straight. Push that butt back. Make sure the hips are doing some of the work here. So chest is out, butt is out. Reaching overhead. Super cardio. Not slacking. High intensity. 10 seconds. Oh man. All right, we got the 90-90 hip stretch. Sit on the floor. The leg is bent, the leg is bent. Leaning towards that front leg. Oh. So you're trying to lean towards the shoe. It's pretty tight right now for me. Now you can sometimes take this leg straighter back. All right. May allow you to lean out a little bit more. Whew. So I found out what eyebrows are for. They catch my sweat, keep it out of my eyes. Good thing I got a couple of bushy ones. All right, so whole minute on this side, dropping in, letting that hip stretch. Oh. All right. If you can't find this stretch, this is a bad position for you. Go and switch sides. You can also do the laying on your back hip stretch here. Pull that towards you there. I'm gonna stick with this one because I love it. I love it. I mean, I don't love it, but it's oh. What I like about this one is that I can put my body weight on the assignment of finding some of that stretch. So I'm trying to drop this hip into the ground, trying to lean and lay on my leg, making sure I'm leaning towards my shoe, not leaning over here. I'm missing some of that hip stretch if I lean over the knee. All right, I'm trying to lean over the shoe a little bit more. Whew. Oh. All right, one more set of wood chops. All right, we can do that. Oh. Hips, 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 hips. All right, let me get back up. It'll take me a second here. All right, wood chops, here we go. High intensity. Like you're trying to set a world record for wood chopping. So sometimes how hard you go matters, sometimes just how fast. So if you grab those hands together tight and drop it hard, you can get the heart rate up too that way. 20 seconds. Let the legs work. Oh, it's burning. Come on. Last 2 seconds. Last 2 seconds. Oh. All right. All right. Down to that 90-90 hip. Every once in a while I get so sweaty, my microphone gets a mind of its own. Get back in line. Get back in line, you sucker. Leaning on there. So we got 30 seconds left in the stretch. Try not to, you shouldn't be feeling in the knee. If you're feeling the knee, we don't have it right. We should change the stretch. All right, there's a lot of different hip stretches we can do. This is just one of them. You can even sit in a chair, cross the foot over the knee, and lean forward. Keep your back straight though. All right. All right, other side. Oh, oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, good stretches. Good stretches. Leaning into this work. Try and drop those hips towards the ground. The cardio is the easier part. Like a chicken leg about to get pull off here. Lots in the hip. Lots in the hip on this one, all right? Not the knee, all right? And the hip. Hip is also butt. Hip is also butt. Oh. All right. Oh, we got sprint or power march. I'm going to demonstrate power march here. See if I can show you a good heart rate without a sprint, all right? So I'm lifting the knees big, pumping the arms big, and that's going to get me a heart rate. We don't have to be so impactful, so bouncy on our feet. As long as we lift those knees, pump those arms. Oh, 10 seconds. Come on. Super cardio. Pump it. Lift it. Come on. Oh. All right, groin, adductor. All right. We're going to favor one side just a little bit here. I'm going to lean on elbow on the knee and just kind of push down on this side, getting this groin stretch. And both sides will stretch a little bit. We're featuring that side over here, the straight leg side. Side we're stretching the most. Get your hand on there too. Just one more high intensity interval, all right? That is a great stretch though. Oh, boy, do I need some of this one. Push that butt back while you're doing this. You don't want to be on your toes for this stretch. Be back on your heels more. Other side. Dropping that hip down. And it's like you're trying to drop it as you do it, okay? You're trying to get that to sink in just a little bit more. Oh yeah. Drop in. You can bend this knee on the other side there as you drop in. Hard stretch, but don't surprise it, all right? Get in, slowly ease into it. Find a good challenge on it. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I love a workout like this because I get a good double dose. I get the stretch I need Plus the cardio. Sometimes I don't like doing as much. Oh, come on again. Power march. You can sprint. I think it's interesting to find out what you can do with a powerful march. I get about the same heart rate. Big swing, big knee lift. Big swing, big knee lift. Almost there. Almost there. Come on. All right, groin stretch. Last time on the groin. You can put the hands on the ground if you want to while you're doing this. All right, drifting out there. Push the butt back. Bending his knee, sinking in. Oh, kind of wish I could sink in more. But that's about all she wrote right there. Whew. Oh, yeah. Oh, boy, oh, boy. 15 seconds. Sink a little more. This is tough for me, okay? Other side. Oh. Oh. One more stretch. And we've done it. One more stretch and we got it. It's in the books. All right, this is decent for cardio. All right, it's pretty decent for cardio. You can burn more calories doing a steady cardio workout, but a workout like this does have some afterburn advantages where your metabolism elevate a little bit. Plus, you can go to that extra level, which does condition the heart and lungs more than a steady cardio. All right, it gives it a bigger challenge there. All right, so getting interval training in is really good. Getting stretching in is really good. And whenever I can double dip, oh, I just love it. Sinking in, sinking in. All right. All right. Oh, a little lightheaded. That's a good time. All right, so there you go. Now, if you had more time to do some more stretches, you could, but you did get a decent stretch. All right, maybe a little bit of chest stretch would be a nice one to add in, or hit some of these problem areas that you have. All right. Other than that, have fun, be safe. God bless. God, thank you for bodies that can do this work. Help exercise not to be a chore, not to be drudgery, but not to be a punishment, but to be something that we do that makes us better. Help us to keep that positive focus and to enjoy the process a little bit here too. In your Son, Jesus Christ, amen. See ya.